Being single is not hard because being single is hard. Being single is hard because I like someone new every single day. Listen to me and listen to me good. I'm a world famous webcam model. I see and hear this shit every single day. It's okay to have a roster, baby girl. You can have 3 to 4 men on your roster. I bought a doll. A human adult doll. Men talk back, men complain. Dolls don't.
My second pimp taught me like how to cook. I'm like, baby, why do I need to learn how to cook? I'm a hoe.
Babe, the only reason your boyfriend doesn't like your outfit is because he wants to wear it. Most women, if they're cheating, it's because they're cheating for opportunity. Every woman I know wants a sugar daddy. If they say they don't, they're lying to you. So I've been dating.
Or maybe, just maybe, all your friends are 3 or 4s. By the way, guys, stay till the end because there is a video I want you to see and I want your opinion on it.
Dating this guy and he told me that he didn't want to see me on Valentine's Day because he said we weren't ready for that. Look at my outfit. I'm going on a date. I'm going on a first date and I am a professional webcam model. I get paid a lot of money to hear men's deepest, darkest secrets, and men pay me to tell me things they would never tell you. Bestie, I think I messed up and embarrassed myself. So you know I've been talking to this guy. He's tall, he's 6'4", he's our 6'4" god. 6'4", handsome, beautiful, like a god. He was like a god. I dumped a man last week and I got a new one already. Yeah, I got rid of 6'4" god. Now I'm dating Spooky Boy. Convinced that no Red Bull, no Addy, no nothing can motivate me more than a heartbreak. Bestie, let me tell you, if you're dating a good man, keep that man, okay? I was dating a good man. I told you guys about him. He was 6'4", he was hot, he was a god.
But ma'am, didn't you say that you should have a roster?
Yeah, but my friends were like, you need more eggs in your basket. Don't keep one egg in your basket. What the fuck does that mean?
As I've told you before, single women keep other women single. Your woman should understand that it's better for you and for your relationship for her to not have single friends. And if she doesn't understand it, then let her go. It's not worth it.
Anyway, I tried to figure out what that meant. I was like, let me go out into the real world. Let me put more eggs in my basket. Okay, let me just collect eggs. So I was like, I need more eggs. I need more dates. So I can't rely on 6'4" God. He's handsome. He's hot. He's nice to me. He treats me like a queen. I can't rely on him. I need more men. So I went on another date tonight. Okay, I'm crying, right? I'm crying. I'm hugging my refrigerator.
Ma'am, why are you crying? You're a strong, independent woman.
This man drank way too many drinks. I saw him drinking. Like, he had like 20 fucking drinks. I was like, holy shit. Like, okay. He was rude. He was disgusting. He was mean. He was like, let's get out of here. Let's go to my place. And I was like, wait, hold up. What happened? Like, I don't even know you. This is my first day meeting you. Like, I'm not comfortable doing that. It's okay to have a roster, baby girl.
The wall. No man on earth can make it fall.
If we say our body count is 3 or 4, we're lying.
All these girls want a good man until they start dating one. Then they realize he's gonna make you step your shit up. He's gonna make you admit you have commitment issues and start acting like a woman. And some of y'all, you aren't ready for that.
Okay, here's the update on the guy who I thought would be my husband. Many of you guessed right. Trumper. When he said that he voted for Trump on that second date, and I was like, well, that's deal breaker.
So I'm giving up on this female generation. I got a girl's number last night. I text her today like a fucking gentleman. Today was nice.
My guy, you're not a gentleman. You're eating while recording a video. No gentleman would do that.
To meet you, she said, which one are you? Weird thing to fucking say. I tell him the one that got your number outside of the bar last night. She said, I gave my number to about 10 dudes. My sister in Christ. You don't fucking say that, you weirdo. I didn't know what to say, so I just said, I was the black one. She said, oh shit, how fucked up was I? I got defensive. I said, the fuck is that supposed to mean? She goes, well, usually I'm just not into black dudes. I said, well, last night you were. Last night you were. I rode the lie. She said, what's your Instagram? So I blocked her.
How much does a man have to make to date you?
How much does you have to what?
Make to date you.
How much he has to make? I mean, first of all, he gotta be rich as fuck like Elon Musk. Like,
That's all she has to say, but she wants to find a guy that is so rich as Elon Musk. Ma'am, you don't even know how to speak properly. How are you going to find a billionaire?
Like how much?
Like Elon Musk.
You think a guy who's rich like Elon Musk is going for you though?
Elon Musk would eat this pussy all night. You know, 80 years old or 8 years old, he want to eat this pussy. It's like that.
What makes you think he'd be interested in you?
What makes you think he'd be interested in me? I mean, first of all, I'm so sexy. You know, like, I'm very natural. Like, I ain't no, like, you know, hood bitch. Ain't no street bitch. Ain't no airplane bitch. Ain't no one-of-kind bitch. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't like that.
So what kind of girl are you then?
What kind of girl am I? Like, I'm super fun. You know what I mean? Like, I'm so adventurous. I'm just kidding. I'm really just a bad bitch and I don't give a fuck about nobody. Okay. I don't give a fuck.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'5", but I can be taller.
We're just going to skip this video.
A masculine man will never be attracted to a controlling, critical woman. The masculine thrives on respect and appreciation for his strength, but a controlling woman undermines that. He wants an ally, a wife, not a mother figure who treats him like a child. Constant criticism erodes intimacy and connection, as his natural response to hostility is to go into defense mode. If she restricts his freedom, it creates a breakdown in love, respect, and trust. Key elements.
And peace. Peace is so important, but women somehow forget that all the time.
For the masculine to fulfill his God-given purpose to protect and provide for the feminine.
So I went to a really cute event today, but something popped me down a little bit. I was talking to this really lovely girl and she was like, so, like, are you married? And I was like, no. I was like,
ma'am, you're closing up your jeans on camera and you wonder why you're not married.
I was like, I'm one of them unlucky and loved ones. And then I looked around the room and everyone, pretty much everyone, had a wedding ring on or an engagement ring. And I was literally like, oh my days, I'm there. I'm a spinster. It's happened. I have wasted my life.
Thank you. Come again.
How old are you?
23.
Are you single?
Yes.
Why do you think that is?
I'm too young.
You're too young to have a man?
Yeah.
What gives you that impression?
I want to live life.
So you want to wait until you're how old before you settle down?
Maybe like 27.
You don't think by that point you'll be pushing 30, almost over the hill?
No.
Why not?
Because I think that's the perfect age to start like taking life serious.
So why go?
I swear feminism has lied to these women and they all believe the lies. And then at 35, they make TikTok videos, where are all the good men?
For the bad boys now and just give it to everybody.
Because I want to live life right now. I'm not taking anything serious.
And that doesn't hurt you in the long run.
No.
So,
ma'am, if a serious guy 10 years from now wants to marry you, a serious guy, a smart guy, and he sees this video, he won't marry you anymore just based on this video.
But so you think you should shame men for like things that are out of their control, like their penis size?
I mean, yeah, it's okay. It's like shaming women who do OF.
That's a choice, though. Doing OF is a choice, whereas your size is out of your control as a man.
You can't change it, but you can compensate it for other things. So you can compensate your status.
Right, but the question is, do you think you should shame men for their penis size?
Or for their height?
I mean, I don't think it's bad. I think
because we can't shame women for their waist size or how much makeup they wear, because we're called misogynists, but women have no problem shaming us.
I think it's okay.
You think it would be okay to make fun of a man who was small in the bulge? Shaming.
I think it'd be funny.
That's rather toxic, don't you think?
No.
But what benefit would that serve? Because your whole argument is, well, I think shaming is good because it will motivate people to change.
Let me switch that argument.
You cannot change.
Let me switch the argument. I think shaming men on things that they can change is great. Shaming them on things that they can't is just good to bring yourself a laugh and make them insecure.
Do you think that's a good thing?
I think to an extent. I think.
You think it's a good thing to make men insecure about
No,
something that's not
not
in
at
their
all.
control.
A man
That's
should
literally
be...
what you just said.
Learn to lower your standards. You're running out of time. Oh, that is so interesting that you would assume that I have high standards. I think my standards are actually pretty normal. Let's talk about them.
Ma'am, your standards may be normal, but the kind of guys that you like, that you want, are not normal, are high standards.
Number one, he has to plan the first date. If he doesn't plan the first date, I'm not saying yes. Number two, he has to pay for the first date, and he has to pay for all of my drinks, and I won't offer to pay for any.
Okay, ma'am, but are you comfortable dating a guy in his 50s? Because that's your demographic. You're 39 and you're still single. So kids are off the table. Because by the time that you get married, you're over 40. So the kinds of guys that go after women like you are over 50 or over 60. I'm sure you don't want a guy like that, so your standards are high. Yes, from the start, you're delusional.
Number three, if he wants a second date, I demand to see his bank statements. I won't go on a second date without seeing how much income he actually makes.
So she doesn't have high standards, but you don't get a second date if she doesn't see how much money you make. And she's 39.
Businesswoman. Don't be triggered. I also required 3 personal references, either from friends or family members, that I need their actual phone numbers so I can call and vet them myself if they want to go on a third date.
Okay, we're just going to skip this video because this woman is so delusional. We're going to skip this video.
Would you rather date a guy who had a promiscuous past or was a virgin?
I would say promiscuous.
Of
It's
course.
always good to have like experience.
Women want a guy with experience. They don't want a virgin. They never did. But it's not the same for men. Men don't want a woman that has a promiscuous past.
I value that.
How much experience we talking here, though?
Are we talking body count?
Realistically.
I don't know, like, personally it's like 15, so around that, like 10, 15, even like 3, I don't know.
Wait, you're saying your body count's 15?
Yeah. So I would
And you're how old?
21. That's why I don't mind like a guy who's like promiscuous.
But why do you think most women are afraid to share their body count?
Because they're being slut shamed all the time. And I
Okay, ma'am, and why do you think that is? Maybe it's because we value that. We don't want to be with a 3 or 4.
fucking hate that. It's the worst.
How old are you, ladies?
30. 32.
Okay. At your age, do you feel like dating has become easier or harder for you?
It's honestly stupid.
What's the difference between now and then?
It's harder to meet people who have the same interests as you. Because as a woman, the older you get, the more serious you get. Yeah. But men don't match that energy.
Of course, ma'am, because men want to settle down with somebody younger and they just want to fool around with women like you. That's what they don't understand. That's why when they were in their 20s, they had so many options. But now they don't.
Do you think it's because men are becoming more successful as they age and they have their pick of the litter?
No.
They're still delusional and in denial, of course.
I think they're becoming stupider, to be honest.
Of course.
Or do you think that they're just going for younger women?
I don't think it has anything to do with age. No, I think it's that men have...
How can you be 32 or whatever and still be this delusional and still be this stupid, thinking that it has nothing to do with age?
I've discovered that they don't need to try as hard to want to win a woman's heart, and it's sad.
Why do you think that is? Thank feminism, ma'am.
Because there are a lot of women out there who will settle for that, and that's fine. We won't settle for that. So if you don't bring your A game, you're just really not getting it.
What's your age?
26.
25. Should he have any say in how you dress when you come out the house?
Absolutely not. I'm gonna dress how I want.
How do you as a man not see this as a really, really big red flag? She will always undermine everything you do. You will not be the leader in that household. She will do what she wants. So from the start, he shouldn't be in a relationship with a woman like this. No man should be in a relationship with a woman like this. But he ignores it. And then they complain, oh, she cheated on me. Oh, she did this, she did that. Yeah, my guy, you couldn't control her from the start. She always did what she wanted. She didn't care about what you think or your opinion.
But you don't think that attracts a certain kind of attention when you're out?
I know the way I dress attracts a certain type of attention, but I mean, my man should be secure, you know?
Her simp.
I think I should take her for who she is.
Yeah.
So if I like her for who she is right now, I should be okay with that in our relationship.
Yeah, exactly.
No, my guy. Everybody should change their behavior once they get into a relationship. They can't act like they're single while being in a relationship. Can you see? This guy is very stupid. Stop being simps. Stop being stupid like this guy. We're going to skip this video because I can't stand stupid people.
We obviously live in a hypersexual world.
Partly due to people
Probably
like you, right?
hard.
Brian is saying, I'm tired of, going on a first date with someone and not knowing whether they are talking to, hooking up with a bunch of other guys. But also, on the other hand, girls don't have the knowledge that this guy they're on a first date with isn't watching videos of other women having sex. It's equally disturbing, at least to me, and you do take part in that.
But you're saying I'm the
that.
reason for that problem is what she said, and that's not true. But I'm also someone who grew up around a man's world. It's a man's world, and men want sex, and
Why would
women
you
are
call
gonna
this a man's world?
It's always been a man's world.
What does that mean to you?
I mean,
you mean it's a patriarchy?
Institutionally, like, yes. There
What?
are men who have ran institutions.
Actually,
who
I
have
think the
ran
reason that
media.
society is collapsing right now is because we upended the patriarchy.
It's because of feminism.
You've never lived in a patriarchy. I have never lived in a patriarchy.
True.
Everything is falling apart and no one is happy.
Well,
How old are you?
34.
At 34, have you ever been married before?
I have
And how long was your marriage?
8 years.
Now, why throw it away after investing so much time?
Because at one point you realize that it's time to let it go. Because you have only one life and you have to respect somebody else's also decisions.
What made you realize that it had to end?
It's not.
It's because she wanted to see if the grass is greener on the other side. She wanted something new. Her life was boring.
Not always one thing. It's not like, oh, you stubbed your foot a certain type of way, now I automatically don't like you. It's a certain things that accumulate over time.
How did you feel in the beginning of your marriage as opposed to the end of it?
I feel like I changed, he changed, we both grew so much, and we both respect each other so much at the end of the relationship and the beginning of the relationship.
So there wasn't animosity or cheating or arguments and toxicity?
Nothing.
So she had no reason.
A man that absolutely does not want a relationship with you will do these 4 things. Number 1, he will keep you in the situationship zone. That means he wants the perks, but he doesn't want the label. That means he will text you when it's convenient for him, but not when it's convenient for you.
Exactly like the previous woman that wanted to wear what she wanted to wear. So she wants the perks of being in a relationship, but she wants to act like she's single. I've told you that's a big simp, and no man should be in a relationship with that woman.
Maybe it is once or twice. Maybe that 11 p.m. or 2 p.m. phone call that you also are interested in him works for you, but it's just for him and his benefit. Number 2, he will avoid the what are we talk. Like it's a freaking pop quiz, okay? This man will not want to talk about what you are and where you guys are going like it is the plague. Change the subject or say he just doesn't want to rush into things, and that means it's not going anywhere. 3, he will be consistently inconsistent, okay? He will act like he wants everything with you. He's all in one day, and then the next day when your plans are actually happening, he has something that pops up. He'll say that he wants to see you this weekend, and then when the chance comes to see you this weekend, he actually has plans with other people.
He just wants to keep that situationship going so he can have access to sex whenever he wants it. And when he's not feeling it anymore or he finds somebody else, he will break up with you.
Last but not least, number 4, he treats you like a placeholder. He'll put you in a spot if he doesn't have anything better to do. He'll do you. He'll go with you. He'll do things with you. But if something else comes up, that placeholder is now needed. So you can shimmy off and he's going to do something else.
Last time I was on a dating site, it was Hinge, and I was kicked off it because I spoke to this girl. I got a WhatsApp. We had like an actual genuine chat. And then she said, oh yeah, if you want to meet, I'm a bit low on money at the moment. And I was like, oh, here we go. She was like, yeah, so like if you can just lend us XYZ, I'll pay you back when we meet. And I was like, yeah, okay, this is crazy. Because I actually have seen this person on Facebook. I actually know they're a real human. It's not even a robot. And I was like, I'm not doing this. And I talked a bit of shit on the app. And I reported her. And they reported me. And I got kicked off. And I appealed, and it said I'd made a user feel uncomfortable. And so I can never go on Hinge again. Sorry, that's me, I guess, never being able to date, because that's how dating works. But my point is, I keep seeing posts from people's, women saying, oh, I've been on Hinge, and this incredibly ugly guy, like, is talking to me. And, like, oh my God, like, me trying to go out on a date, but just seeing all these ugly men, and they're looking, but I don't know, because I don't use the app, and even if I did, I wouldn't get any matches. But on dating apps, don't you have to like both match with each other to talk? Maybe that's a Tinder thing, I don't know. But if you've matched with him and he's talking to you and you're saying he's ugly, why have you matched with him? I don't get it. It's okay to
I've never used Hinge.
to match with an ugly person, air quotes, ugly person, if you just read their profile and you think, okay, this might not normally be my type, but he sounds really nice and I actually am I'm vibing with it. But the way they speak about it,
Yes, in their mind, all men are ugly.
it's like, oh, this guy is so ugly, I could never date him. So then why are you matching with him? Why are you even talking to him or reading his messages or whatever?
Why are you even talking about him if you don't care about him, if he's so ugly? Why make a video about him? That's what's so stupid, guys.
I left my 28-year marriage because there was a Porsche in my driveway. When I asked him whose it was, he said it was his and that he'd been thinking about it and researching it for a while. And he added, "Isn't it a beauty?" I couldn't believe that he'd been actively thinking about getting this expensive car that he didn't need, and then got the car and never.
How do you know he didn't need the car? How do you know how much stress you provoke him on a daily basis? How do you know? Are you a therapist? No, you're not, ma'am. So how do you know?
Mentioned it to me. No matter how hard I tried, he could not understand that I was upset that he completely left me out of this entire Porsche episode. He was functioning like a single person. He got really angry and said that I was car-shaming him.
You can't make this up, boys. 28 years down the drain. 28 years over a car.
Yeah, guys, I want to hear your opinions down in the comments. What do you think about this?
You know, the boys might let me cut to that, cut to that. Maybe he just wanted a new car. Yeah, he probably should have talked to her about it. You probably should have. End of the day, man, you can't make this shit up. I've seen video after video of all these older women leaving their husbands, not realizing the grass is not greener.
For her, it's greener. Why? Because in the divorce, she'll probably get the Porsche and the house. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this video and I'll see you on the next one.